I had decided to just record myself sketching randomly, and I started making these shapes. I didn't even know that I was going to try to turn each one into a character when I finished drawing them, and I drew them all fairly close together, but that's just the way it is when you're sketching, and that's what this video became. This first character is a little dinosaur friend I like to call Yoshi. That's the word Yoshi with 5 E's in front of it, making it legally distinct from other famous Yoshis you may have heard of. Yoshi is, of course, Japanese for yo-yo. This next character is a little guy that I've very cleverly named Maniac Monk. Maniac is a funny word, maybe one of the funniest words ever in the English language, and Monk is of course his profession, which they both start with the same first letter, M, which is roughly in the middle of the alphabet, which is the funniest part of the alphabet to source material from. Every single piece of the puzzle for Maniac Monk is artisan crafted to be as funny as possible. Like a $50 pickle, but instead of tangy dill flavor, it's jokes. This character's name is Maniac Bird. As you can see, I've borrowed the name Maniac, but a lot of people don't realize that a person's name can have 2 or more parts, so multiple characters can have the first name, especially if that name is as funny as the word Maniac. You'll see I add additional humor to this character by making him scream as he poops. Very funny. This guy's little name is Morning Man. He's a real morning guy. He loves to smile. He smiles often in the morning as he thinks of his favorite video game, Maniac Mansion. This clown here, with the giant misshapen head and the bad attitude, his name's McDougan. McDougan Maniac. That's right. I can use the word maniac as a last name, and I can use a last name as a first name. McDougan often goes shopping in the morning with his friend, Morning Man, and they often discuss Maniac Mansion as they have a common thread. They both have evil scientists living in their neighborhood. The evil scientists are actually very nice, and they only kill people who are bad, like in the television show Dexter, where Dexter only kills other people who kill, which makes it okay. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly good, like a murderer who only kills other murderers. Everything's fine. This is Mary Maniac, the wife of McDougan Maniac. They got married after they discovered their mutual interest in eating giant wads of plastic trash that they find in the gutter. It's super fun. Plastic trash can have plastic bottles, plastic bottle caps, army men, little scraps of plastic, plastic beads, thermoplastics that are used to create plastic products, imitation plastic, screwdriver handles, little rubber balls that's not plastic, but it's plastic adjacent, plastic cups from a restaurant, not styrofoam cups from a restaurant, action dolls that aren't army men, collector's edition Batman Beyond action dolls, wrapping plastic, the festive cousin of wrapping paper, Amazon Prime's workers' tooth fillings that they got at the dentist because they can only get the plastic tooth fillings. Something that most people don't even know exist because they're so cheap and illegal. I know I said Amazon Prime workers, but I guess what I meant was Amazon warehouse workers. Amazon Prime workers are actors. This next character is this tiny little shape that I drew, and at first I was just going to erase it, but then I decided to invent the character Barry the Bee from B-Movie. This is Barry the Bee from B-Movie. His interests include Maniac Mansion, Human Women, script reads, Shrek discussion, the philosophical implications of Shrek, 2001, a DreamWorks Odyssey, and classic literature. I invented Barry the Bee from B-Movie. Next, I create the colors for these characters. You'll notice I just scribble the colors on, and then I let GMIC, which is an automatic coloring system plugin and is available for GIMP, do the rest. You just slather whatever colors you want on there, and it uses its computer brain to figure out what lines should be closed up where, then sees the color that you slathered on, appreciates a good slather, and then dumps that color into the appropriate line hole that you've created with the lines that you've drawn previously on a different layer. It's sort of like sucking a slather down into a hole, just like coloring with a pencil, but this time the computer does all the dirty work. Thanks, GMIC. GMIC is also capable of making its own decisions about colors, so you can get some pretty cool effects by drawing random shapes and then creating colors with those, and then using some blending modes to make it look weird, which I do all the time now. It's so easy and I like it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.